Good morning, happy Saturday. My wife is actually back. My wife's actually been gone for a month taking care of sick mom, and she got back last night, so I'm not going to be quite as loud. So I had 3 people this week communicate with me and thank me for the morning videos and for all of this stuff, which was amazing. You know, that doesn't happen all that often, and when it does, I cherish those messages because that's wonderful to hear, and I'm glad that it helps, and I'm glad that it makes a difference. I want to remind you of something with that. Remember that you're the one that's taking the action and making changes, and you're the one that's actually doing the work and making everything happen. One of the things that can happen when you start watching somebody is, you know, you give them credit. And I've done this like crazy with the people that I follow. And you know, and I get it. In a way, you do give them credit because they give you knowledge and they give you information and they give you motivation. They inspire you to go do this stuff. When they tell you, you know, hey, you can go do this, it gives you motivation to go do it. And in that respect, they do deserve credit. Absolutely. You know, if it wasn't for Grant Cardone, I wouldn't have gotten back into real estate, and getting back into real estate, you know, 4 years ago has made a big difference. So, you know, I get that feeling. But I want you to remember that you're the one that still took the action. Knowledge is not power. You know, that's a phrase that we heard for a long time, that knowledge is power. That's not true. Knowledge is potential power. Taking action is power. That's what makes a difference. I listened to Grant, and he motivated me and got me excited and inspired me to go back into real estate, but I still took the action. When the opportunity arose, I did it. And you know what? When I first wanted to do it, one bank told me no, so I had to go to a different bank and start a relationship there in order to really start developing real estate. And then I started looking for it, and then I started doing it. So if by watching these videos you've changed your life in any way, remember, you're the one that did the action. You're the one that actually changed your life. I gave you information. Maybe I got you a little bit excited, but at the end of the day, it's the one that takes the action that's the one that makes the difference. So you're the one that got the strength. You know, the problem with going to something like Jenny Craig is then you psychologically feel like the reason you lost the weight was Jenny Craig, and you weren't the one that actually took the action. The reality is you did. So give yourself the credit and give yourself the strength. And thank you very much for the responses when I get them. I love it when I get them. They're wonderful. But I just want everybody to be clear about the fact that all I'm giving you is knowledge. If you make any decisions and if you change your life at all, you're the one that did that. I didn't do that. All I did was give you a little bit of information, and you're the one that took the steps. And that also shows you that if you want to change your life or change anything, action is all that is the difference between those that make it and those that don't. You know, remember, it's typically not opportunity, it's typically not background, it's typically not education or even intelligence that makes the difference between those that are successful and those that aren't. It's almost always hunger. You know, Michael Jordan, did he have certain abilities as a basketball player? Absolutely. But were there literally hundreds of players that had the same abilities, but there's no way that they would have achieved what he did because they didn't have his drive and his hunger. Hunger is what makes the difference. And when you're hungry, you're going to take action. So thank you. I'm getting lots of messages this morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Uncle Bill. Good morning, Christopher Dakin. It's great to see you again. Tammy. Well, Chris, you know, Dakin is the one that came up with the phrase that ought to be a book. If you want to catch big fish, you got to fish for big fish. That ought to be on the cover of a book. That's awesome. Thank you, Uncle Bill. It's great to see you every morning when I'm on here. A great way to start my day, too. Have an awesome day, everybody. If you are in Freeport today, or in the area, Licky Jewelers is celebrating their 100th birthday. The business has been open for 100 years. They're closing down the whole street. They found a 100-year-old recipe for beer that they're going to brew that's going to be free. They've got bratwurst. They've got a Nupa band. They've got girls wearing lederhosen walking around serving it all. Looks like it's going to be a great event. Come on down and say hi. Have a great day, everybody. We're all in this together. Let's take care of each other.